Thank you, colleagues. I welcome you to today's sitting, Matters of National Importance.
Rule 52, Right Honorable Speaker, ministers to attend House to answer questions. Right Honorable Speaker, we have several ministers for different dockets, but right now we only have one minister yet. Only two. Imagine out of 80 something, we have only 2 ministers, yet they are supposed to answer very important questions for this country, Right Honorable Speaker. So are we moving procedure right Honorable Speaker?
Well, we can as well leave the questions. We handle other issues that don't require questions. Okay? Yeah. Okay?
Right Honorable Speaker.
Oh, please.
It shouldn't
Honorable
be...
Tamagus, please. That's not how they access a microphone. No, it's not standing up, switching on, doing what you want to do. No. When you want to access a microphone, you stand up and you catch my eye. Like now, what you have done. Okay?
Right Honorable
But
Speaker.
I haven't allowed you. I haven't even called you. Catching my eye doesn't mean you start speaking. No, when you catch my eye, I call you. So, Honorable Tamaguzi on the floor.
Thank you, Right Honorable. Right Honorable Speaker, we have a big number of ministers. I think even Uganda might be having the biggest number of ministers in the region. But it hurts Ugandans to see that when we have such important sitting, we only have 2 people. There are several questions which these ministers are supposed to answer, especially at this critical moment, Right Honorable Speaker. So the issue I'm raising is not just a trivial matter. We want to see our ministers answering questions because we are now attending to matters of national importance. Each docket has its own minister. There is no single minister who should be a jackpot to answer every question raised by each member. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I think, are we really moving? Are we procedurally moving right?
Thank you. We have a minister for general duties. Okay? But Honorable colleagues, what Honorable Tamagus is raising is a very important matter. Under Rule 52, Sub-Rule 3, Wednesdays and Thursdays specifically, maybe we need to share these rules with the ministers so that they know at least Wednesdays and Thursdays, they should be here to answer critical questions. So, yes, Honorable Minister for General Duty.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, what the member is raising is right, and what I want to say is that I'm going to raise it with the Chief Whip of Cabinet, that is the Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business, and I'll put it in writing and give you a copy so that it is taken by our head on our side in this institution. But I want to take this opportunity to also say, Right Honorable Speaker, we apologize for the inconveniences we have caused by our absence in this office, in this parliament, because it's so clear that in every sector, at least there must be one minister in here. And when you observe, in our ministries, we have more than one. I thank you.
Thank you. So, Honorable Tamaguzi, I think let's pick the questions, okay? But this is, your point has been made, and it's a matter we should follow upon seriously.
I want to begin by doing something I rarely do. And to appreciate the acting Prime Minister, Right Honorable Justine Kasule Lumumba, because she's sitting in for the Prime Minister. When we raised the matter of the front bench, that time I think there were just 2. She stood up and number 1 conceded, apologized to this House, and promised that they will do better. I think that's important. And for that, I want to give you your flowers because Rarely, very rarely does government concede on. So we've raised this issue, I don't know how many times. And usually whoever is sitting in for the Prime Minister comes here, says, well, ministers are busy, they are coming, and so on. But she didn't take us in circles, which is a good thing. And hopefully now, you'll follow up on the pledge, the commitment you've made to write, to see to it that the very many ministers in each docket, at least one gets to be available. That's a good thing. Be that as it may, I want to put two quick issues to her. Honorable Speaker, this here is our country's constitution. In law, we call it the grand norm. It provides for everything to do with the law in our country. Chapter 4, which is the Bill of Rights, has got several articles. One very critical one about personal liberty, Article 23, provides for the mode of how somebody gets to be arrested if they are suspected to have committed an offense. Who gets to conduct the arrest, how the person gets to be arrested. They are taken to a designated place. Family members, lawyers get to know this is where this person has been taken, and they are also held in that gazetted, designated place for not more than 48 hours, produced in court. That's here in Article 23 of our country's constitution. Of late, Honorable Speaker, this provision of our constitution has been violated. People are picked up. You know, when we use the word kidnap, it is because of how people are picked up. A drone, that's an ordinary car. People wearing ordinary clothes, wielding guns, they'll break into people's homes or abduct them on the road and take them to no one knows where. That's not an arrest as provided for in this, our constitution. I saw the spokesperson of police, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Chituma Rusoke. He said, as we were raising these complaints, he said, no, the public is not going to give us orders on how we are going to conduct arrest. It's not the public, it is this constitution that orders government on how to conduct arrests. Article 23, it is here. So what we need to know from government is that the new mode of arrest, has government sat in cabinet and amended this constitution without the knowledge of parliament, which you preside over, Honorable Speaker? Because laws are made here, they are amended here. So has Article 23 been amended, and by who, under whose authority? We need to know, because this business of just picking up people, they're taken wherever, beaten up, then we hear they're in people's basements. It is ultra-vires, it is outside of the law. We need to know, because this parliament is the custodian of this constitution. Second and final, Honorable Speaker. Again, regarding personal liberties, for a while, we kept demanding for answers from government about missing persons. One of those who was the name standing out among the pack, one John Bosco Chibalama, who was kidnapped on Martyrs' Day in 2019. The Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robin Anabanja, told the nation that John Bosco Chibalama was arrested and he was in state custody. Of course, we kept asking, where is he? Can we know? There were no answers after she admitted that. Last week, I saw the spokesperson of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, Acting Major General Felix Kulaije. He was recently appointed in acting capacity in that role. He said, Chibalama is outside of the country, and we know the country in which he is. I thought he was going to go ahead and tell the nation which country that is. So what I want to know, is that the new position of government, that this gentleman and the other missing persons, they are outside of the country? Because the initial government position by Right Honorable Robin Anabanja was that, no, this man was arrested. Where is he? We don't know. Now, the spokesperson of UPDF is saying he's outside of the country and we know where. Is that the new position of government? And why that is important is because it will help us. Who knows, even me, I might come here and I apologize to government and I say, I am sorry, all along I was saying you kidnapped this person, but now we have found out he is hiding in this country. So I apologize for saying you abducted him, and yet he's in another country. So we want to get that information now that it is coming from a government official. So is that the position of government? Thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker, my procedural matter is related to what Lopez raised. And this is an issue of human rights and matter of law. But we have the Office of the Attorney General, we have the Minister of Justice, now issues involving police. Internal Affairs has 3 ministers. Wouldn't it be procedure right, Honorable Speaker, that maybe before the issue of LOP is answered, one of those people, one of the ministers in that docket could be given 5 or 10 minutes to come and give us a better line of guidance, right, Honorable? But it's you who is the custodian of the Constitution. You could guide it, right, Honorable?
Yeah. Thank you, Right Honorable Lumumba, to say that I would need maybe support from the Attorney General, or if she can answer sufficiently, please let her answer. Let's give her a chance.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. The leader of opposition has raised issues. There are quite many. But what I can say, and which is paramount, is that we are all here because of the Constitution. And the procedure to amend the Constitution is clearly laid out in the Constitution itself. And the final body on amending the Constitution, the final decision, lies with this House. So, the issue of assuming that maybe we amended the Constitution, we don't have the powers as cabinet. The powers are with this House, the August House. So, there has not been an amendment. We've not usurped the powers of this, the Parliament of Uganda. The issues to do with arrests and human rights, Right Honorable Speaker, I would suggest that let this be part of what will be answered by the Prime Minister during the Prime Minister's time, because that is where we get even the benefit of where it is in writing under the signature. So the details will be contained in the the Prime Minister's time. I thank you. The issue is raising of the Attorney General, which my MP is raising. It is the Prime Minister to choose who should help her as she makes the response to the House. Thank you.
Thank you.
08 C. It gives the function of the Uganda People's Defense Forces. And it is stated under that article that the UPDF is to foster understanding and harmony with the civilians, which is a good thing. In the past, we had not seen how practical this understanding and fostering of unity takes place because of the confrontations. But recently, I think last week, I happened to see a truckload of several trucks of the UPDF loaded with civilians who were dressed in uniform of one of the political parties, the NRM. And I was actually happy because that reflected the provisions under 208 that the UPDF is of national character. And we have been informed in this House in the past of the services that are available from the UPDF, including Ozima water, how to buy, if you want protection, how to contract security. But this particular service of transporting political was not told to us. And yet UPC, so many other political parties would now like to start transporting their supporters to different venues. So would it now be procedurally correct that the government now informs us of this new service and how the UPDF is fostering harmony and understanding with different civilians so that we can also benefit? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to thank the member. Right Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the work of UPDF, in terms of emergencies, UPDF also can come out and rescue Ugandans. So when the member comes here and raises this, unless I've seen it, I cannot explain. I don't know, since rains are on, they could have been somewhere and there was a disaster and the UPDF came in to rescue. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I unless the member gives me the details so that I get to UPDF, and then we can come and explain based on what UPDF will have showed us. But UPDF are human beings trained by Ugandans, taxpayers' money. They offer themselves to serve Ugandans. Thank you.
One day you might jump on it and you mix with the prisoners. You transport yourself to prison. Thank you. Next item. That was on a light note for sure.